Good morning, everyone. How are we doing? So, I wanted to do a second live session specifically on an article that I read from where Steve Swasserman, probably mispronounced that horribly, um, CEO of Blackstone, sort of gave a discussion around the wealth tax. And I really want to tie this into something we talked about yesterday in this financial update. And that's because we really have to see how populist ideas or headline grabbing, you know, I don't know, just ideas or whatnot can really have unintended consequences. So I just want to play this out because I know how sexy it is to say, let's tax the wealthy, let's tax the billionaires, let's go get them. They need to pay their fair share and all of that. But before I do that, let me first give my opinion. Yes, I think the rich, and by the rich, I mean the ridiculously rich, right? The billionaires, just to put a number on it. Even say 100 million. They need to pay their fair share of taxes. They have the, I don't know, legal representation, the accounting abilities to pay a less than their fair share. I go back to Warren Buffett frequently highlighting that his effective tax bracket is lower than his secretaries or administrative assistant. Sorry, I'm just quoting him. He said secretary. I'll say administrative assistant. And that's not okay. I don't believe that's okay, at least in my opinion. Yes, I know there's deductions and all these things, but again, my show, my opinion. I think the billionaires need to pay more on their income. Absolutely. So don't, yeah, they need to. And they're not, but they should. But let's talk about the wealth tax. The wealth tax idea is not on income, it's on wealth. Think net worth versus income statement, right? But let's back this up and tie it into yesterday's conversation about Target. So Target, the store, right, the retail store, they were applauded by lots of folks because they wanted to raise the minimum wage at their stores. As I recall, they wanted to raise it to $15 an hour. And I don't know what minimum wage was, but let's just call it $10. So they were going to be significantly above that. Everybody saw the headline, everybody applauded. Then, we got busy with other news and we just moved on. However, let's talk about the Target employees. The Target employees who were supposed to benefit from this have seen their net checks fall. Think about that. How does that happen? How does the hourly wage go up significantly and you take home less money? Simple. You work less hours. So what Target has done is, yes, they have raised the minimum wage. They can proudly say that. They can't be raked over the coals. But the employees who were supposed to benefit are taking home less money. And I don't know about you, but you don't pay your rent on your hourly wage. You pay it on your net check. So what has Target really done? Well, they brought automation. They've brought these cashiers or these checkouts that are essentially robots and machines. They're having more part-time employees, right? They're making business decisions, folks. They're saying, okay, my hourly wage is $15 an hour. Let's let's see where we can put money and use it more effectively. This is happening at McDonald's. There's a McDonald's I go to on our Fresno trips where it's a kiosk now. And where there used to be 12, 11 to 12 people there because I get there in the mornings, it's busy. Now there's 6. This is happening, folks. So I wanted to bring that up as a real life example because you have to be careful what you wish for. So let's talk about this wealth tax. Essentially, the idea is go out, look at somebody's net worth, and we're just going to make up numbers now. Say you're worth $1 billion. We're gonna charge you 2%. So that's, I don't know, what is that? $20 million? That's just a crazy amount of money. Anyways, so they'll get taxed some percentage. Okay, so let's say that happens. Let's say we vote in the people that want to do that. They get all hot and bothered in their first 90 days. They release a wealth tax. effective this year, right? Which would be 2020, 2021, whatever. What do you think these people will do? Just like Target, let's be rational and think about what these billionaires in this example would do. A, they could just go, hey, fine, pay it, move on. Warren Buffett's going to do that. He's going to be like, I don't care. Right? He does this game not for the money. So Warren Buffett's going to pay it. You know, Bill Gates, what little I know, he'll pay it. He doesn't care. But there's probably a lot of people that do care. And I'm guessing the people that do care are more than the people that don't. So what would they do? Let's say somebody came to you and says, I'm going to charge you 50% tax or whatever it is. What would you do? Well, I don't know about you, but you would probably leave. And last time I checked, the billionaires have plenty of resources to leave. They can just pick up and make permanent residency somewhere else. Don't you think some other economy would love to have them there? So first off, you're asking the most wealthy people in your country, you're basically opening the door and letting them leave, which maybe you're okay with. Maybe you're like, great, let them leave. Okay. But then what happens to lots of the charities and all these buildings that their names go on and all of that? Well, they start going on other buildings in other countries. The biggest impact is not necessarily the billionaires of today, but what about tomorrow's billionaires? What happens if our economy is seen as not the most capital friendly? Businesses get started elsewhere. I don't know about you, but if the US implemented a wealth tax and I was running a different country, I would create economic zones or tax-free zones or whatever I could that says, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Entrepreneur, if you have a great idea that's going to be wildly successful, open it here. We'll take care of you. We'll lower taxes. We'll have infrastructure. We will invest in your success. And oh, by the way, we're inviting 100 of your closest friends to come with you. Let's build the next Silicon Valley, the next Manhattan, the next, I don't know, whatever, big city. So you just got to realize that there's unintended consequences. And if we throw on top of a wealth tax that is punitive, meaning we don't like you, it's not fair, give us back, they're going to leave. Why would they stay? I mean, it's just so simple. And again, this is from a guy who believes they need to pay more. I believe they need to pay more on their income tax. Once you got the income and your net worth goes up, good for you. But you better pay more on your income taxes for sure. So let's be clear on that. And I think if we do this, we are going to just open the door. Other economies will grow. Other economies will get stronger. We're going to have, I don't know, 20, 30, 40% of the quote unquote wealthy leave our country and go elsewhere because they can. Let's not kid ourselves. And we're going to give other companies or other countries, excuse me, the ability to roll out the red carpet and really change our future and really lower our standard of living, because the next automation, the next Amazon, the next Google, the next, whatever, is going to be invented somewhere else potentially. That's a big risk in this. So, and just so you know, there are 4 countries that have a wealth tax today. So I don't know why people don't go and look at and see what people think of these economies. So just if you want to look them up, it's Norway, Switzerland, Italy, and Spain. All have flavors of a wealth tax, meaning they're taxing the net worth versus taxing income. So if you think this is such a great idea, go look at their economies, see what happens, see what kind of growth, see what kind of innovation, see what kind of wealth is really generated in those countries. And I think you're going to be disappointed. Right? Capitalism works. But again, let's be clear. I believe the rich, the wealthy, whatever you want to call them, needs to pay more taxes on their income. I'll say it again. The fact that Warren Buffett's effective tax rate is lower than his administrative assistant is insulting to our base logic. That needs to change. I am very against a wealth tax if you haven't deduced. Yes, hit them on income. Hit them hard. But let's not get punitive on success. That's not what the American economy is based on. So I just wanted to do this own video. again, if if you want to look it up, go look at Target, see what happened to their employees. They were hurt by a populist idea. And second, if you want to go see what a wealth tax does, go look at Norway, Switzerland, Italy, and Spain. All right, everybody, have a great day. Take care. Thanks.